been a long time coming, but we're finally going to do the Oodnadatta Track. We are in Marree. We're at the start of the Oodnadatta, or the end, I suppose, depends which way you begin. And we are heading off for our first camp. We are going to do a couple as we go. Not sure yet at this point if we're going to turn into Coober at William Creek or if we're going to get all the way up to the Pink Roadhouse at Oodnadatta before we head back down to Coober. Either way, that is our finishing destination. It's really going to depend on the condition of the road and how far we can travel each day. But basically, just to recap, we've finished week in the Flinders Ranges National Park. We did head up to Parachilna, spent a couple of nights up there, and then the rain hit. So this road has been closed for almost a week, and we've just been waiting patiently in and around Lee Creek, waiting for the roads to open. So at this stage, it is open to four-wheel drives and heavy vehicles. We are able to tow the caravan through, but the road to Coober from either Williams Creek or Oodnadatta is only open to four-wheel drive vehicles under 3 tonne. So we're just going to wait and see what happens over the next couple of days. Hopefully we can get through and we don't get stuck. So what do you think so far, Charlotte?
It doesn't feel like the Oodnadatta. It just feels like right road.
Not back home. Nanny and Pop's road.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice dirt road, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, bit of gravel?
Yep.
Oh, good. Yeah. Alright, first camp on the Oodnadatta Track. We're not really that far out of Marree, so we did leave from Lee Creek this morning. We're about 40 k's along the track, and so far it's been pretty good. It's basically fairly well maintained gravel road. That was pretty much the worst of it. So it was a bit bouncy, but the van's held up all right. As you can see, our little cheap fans from Coles are still attached to the walls at this point. They're only held on by the 3M sticky whatchamacallit. Anyways, we'll see how they go over the next couple of days. We did lose one of the screws out of the oven, so we've just popped that back in. We'll have a bit of a quick look around the van, but so far so good. Now this is a free camp here. It is the Algebuckina Bridge. I'm not sure. I'll pop the little wiki camp thing in here somewhere as you guys are watching this. There's no facilities here. It's just a side of the road stop, but it looks pretty cool. So we'll probably do a little bit of exploring. We'll go and check out the creek. We'll go and check out the bridge and show you guys around. We're going to do an overnighter here. Pretty much going to do overnighters all the way around. And mostly it's just going to be a lot of driving on a corrugated dirt road. Oodnadatta Track, day 2, and just down the road from where we were camped is the sculpture park, which is really interesting. So from what we can tell, it is enter at your own risk. We are going to risk it. I'm going to go and have a little look around. Obviously, guys, if you're going to come in here, you know, be smart. Don't go and climb on stuff. Leave it as you found it, all that sort of good stuff. But let's go and check out the sculpture park on the Oodnadatta Track.
So, the Oodnadatta, how is it?
It's a big dirt road.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it as good as Right Road back home?
I feel like it's a little bit better at this point. I've seen Right Road worse than this. But
yeah.
hey, we're only on day 2, alright? Things could get worse at this point, you know. But right now, I don't know, it's pretty smooth sailing, to be honest.
The road now.
It's still good.
Well, that's one way to do the Oodnadatta, I suppose. We passed that guy in Marree, so he's done about 80 kilometres since we passed him last.
That's Lake Eyre. Right there, it's Lake Eyre. It's a bit windy, it's a bit echoey, but this is a pretty big bucket list thing here right now. We're actually standing at the southern end of Lake Eyre South. So this is our big map here. I'll bring it in so you guys can see. We're on the Oodnadatta Track right down the bottom here where everybody keeps touching the map. There is a nice fingerprint there for you. And what we're looking at is just the bottom section of Lake Eyre South, obviously Lake Eyre North, the big lake. We haven't even got there yet, but check this out. Absolutely massive. It's almost impossible, I feel like, to actually get a scope of this just in the camera. This is so big and it just goes on as far as your eye can see. It's just white out on the horizon with little patches that look a bit darker. Maybe it's water. I don't know. That would be so cool if it is, but it's Lake Eyre. We're standing at Lake Eyre. Oh, a nice little bit of wind up here, so this is probably going to be terrible, but Curdy Merker siding. It is the last standing siding on the Garn, and this bridge behind us is the second longest bridge on the Garn railway track. We will hopefully stop at the longest, which is at, cannot remember the name of it, but anyways, this is the second longest, and as you can see, woo, it's not bad. It's a fair drop down too.
Very high.
Alright, I think we're going to stop here for lunch today. This is the old Beresford siding. The building's still standing, it's pretty cool. There's a water tank and the coal. I'll turn this around to show you guys. A little bit of the old track still. There's the canyon, holding up pretty well, all things considered. We'll go in and take a look while we make lunch, but let's go and check out the old Beresford siding. Pretty much standard design by the looks of things. Somebody's bed. Lots of graffiti. Always disappointing. What's your thoughts so far?
Awesome.
Awesome. What's your thoughts on other road users today?
Slow down.
That's pretty much pet peeve from day number 2 on the Oodnadatta Track. Guys, slow down, all right? Particularly if you're going to pass another vehicle. Like, slow down. Don't pass while you're still doing 80. Like, it's not cool, all right? We've passed a few other vehicles today. 2 slowed down and the rest just kept on going. I understand there are corrugations, and I understand that they are annoying, because you know what? We're enjoying those same corrugations as well. But seriously, if you're going to pass another vehicle, either way, not overtaking, just pass them. Be courteous, be nice, be a nice road user. Slow down. All right, camp number 2 on the Oodnadatta Track is Warner's Bridge. I will just show you guys out the window. Super windy here, but it is what it is. It's not very protected here, very open. But let's have a look at the poor old little van and see how she did. All right, well, I mean, the good news is that we have all of our cupboard doors and all of that sort of stuff. There is a fair bit of mess, dirt and stuff that's come out. I mean, this has all come out of, like, the windows from when the van was built. We've been going through and cleaning it all up, but it's just shook everything loose. Pretty much everything stayed in the cupboards. Well, everything did stay in the cupboards. A couple of things moved around. I'll have to restack the tins, but we're not doing too badly, all things considered. Our biggest casualty so far seems to be the oven, which keeps losing its screws. However, after our last stop, I think Shan tried to change them into different screws, and I think they're still there. So, anyways, there's none on the floor and the oven hasn't moved. So, there we go. Holding together so far on the corrugations. The only thing that we're really worried about is in here. Oh, hello. This door doesn't seem to be particularly happy, and we can't work out what the problem is with it. So we'll play around with that this afternoon. We will go over the outside of the van and just make sure everything's okay. Check the car. Lots of corrugations. So once it cools down a little bit outside and the flies go away, we'll check underneath van, chassis. We'll give the car a bit of a quick once over. But there we go. Day 2 on the Oodnadatta. Not doing too badly. Honestly, one of the best things about being out in a place like this is waking up to views like this. What a way to start the day.
Yep.
Pretty amazing, huh?
Still in her PJs.
Yeah, so am I. – 360 degrees of nothing.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's pretty amazing, huh? Okie dokies, we are at William Creek and we are just checking the road reports, seeing what's going on. At this stage, the road to Oodnadatta is open, but it looks like the roads back to the bitumen are all still four-wheel drive only, no towing. So at this stage, we're working out what we're going to do. We're going to go to Oodnadatta. We've still got one more night before we get to Oodnadatta, so hopefully by the time we actually get to the Pink Roadhouse, the roads back to Coober Pedy will be open. But while we're doing that, we're also having a quick breakfast stop. So this is overnight oats. Made it last night, ready to go. Means that we can jump up first thing in the morning, have a coffee, and just get going really early. So we're on the road at 7:30. Makes the driving so much easier going when it's cool. There's nobody else on the road and the road conditions just seem to be a bit better. So we had a nice easy half-hour drive here this morning up to William Creek. We're just having a little breakfast stop now, and then we'll have a quick look around the town, if you can call it that. I think it's pretty much just a pub and a camping ground, and then we'll start making our way along to Oodnadatta, the Pink Roadhouse. Oh my God, no way. Who's that?
Graham Cahill.
Graham Cahill? At the old Williams Creek Hotel? Get out of town. All right, wow, a fair bit of excitement here at William Creek while everybody was waiting to see what happened with the roads today. And as it turns out, the road from Oodnadatta to Coober Pedy is now open for towing, which means we're making a break for it. We're going to head to Algebuckina tonight, Oodnadatta tomorrow, and then we're on to Coober Pedy. Even more exciting than that though, is that we happened to run into Graham Cahill and the guys from, what's that, YouTube? Off Grid, right, who were also waiting to see what they were going to do. So they were heading in the same direction as us. Their plan was to get to Mount Dare and through to Darwin up the top end, in the same predicament because the roads are closed. So a lot of excitement happening here at William Creek today. Bunch of people hanging around waiting to see what was going to happen with the roads. Lots of people trying to get across to Coober Pedy from here, and they are still in the car park waiting while we are doing this. Woohoo! Let's do it! Onto the Pink Roadhouse. Alrighty, day 3 on the Oodnadatta Track. Lots and lots of driving today, but we are finally at a spot that we're going to check out. And this is the Algebuckina, probably pronouncing it wrong, bridge. This is the longest bridge across the Garn Railway, or it was anyways when it was in operation. Pretty cool. And I'd just like to point out, the old girl, whew, she's made it this far. We're about 60 k's out of Oodnadatta, and so far we're still in one piece. Alright, so we've come down to the Algebuckina waterhole campground on Wiki Camps. I'll drop a pin in. It is as windy as anything here, but oh my gosh, check this out! So, the Graham Cahill saga continues.
Yeah, it's like a long drawn out battle, wasn't it?
Yeah, well,
it was an epic saga.
It was an epic saga because how cool is our campsite?
Yeah, it's pretty special.
It is pretty. It's nice here.
We're the only ones here. Like,
yeah.
Well, we were.
We were until about what 20 minutes after we finished setting up.
Yeah.
Guess who should rock in?
My good mate.
Your good mate Graham.
My best buddy.
Guess who was camped in Graham's spot? Oh dear.
Yeah.
Guess who got the primo spot at the waterhole?
Yep, not Graham.
Not Graham.
Yeah,
So-
pretty special spot.
Yeah.
Went for a little walk. Said another g'day and had a bit of a chat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now they're squished in around the ruins.
Yeah.
And we've got the swimming spot all to ourselves.
Yeah. We'll show you outside. She's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Oodnadatta Track, day 4, and it's a short one today. We've only got about 60 k's, and we are on to the Pink Roadhouse. So, let's do this.
Alright, 48 k's on the Oodnadatta left before we reach Oodnadatta. What's your thoughts?
Oh, on the road?
Yeah.
Yeah, the road's been really good. A lot better than what I thought. Like, you hear the stories and stuff like that, and I thought it was going to be a lot rougher, a lot worse than what it's been. For the most part, I reckon like 80% of it has been really good, solid gravel road. A couple of bits that were fairly corrugated. A couple of bits that were friggin' chewed up by people driving on the road when it was closed.
Yeah.
And they've just absolutely
Destroyed it for other users.
they really did. They made an absolute mess out of it, and you can see that. And speaking to some people in William Creek who know who those people were, they were told not to leave and they left anyways, and they bleeped the road.
So for most part, a fair amount of the road's just been like this.
Yeah.
A few little corrugations here and there. There has been some bad sections, but all in all, what do you say?
Oh, it's awesome. Good fun. It's a good fun drive. Yeah. If you want to come out here and do it, it's not as daunting, I think, as what we were expecting. But having said that, lower your tyre pressures, drive to the conditions.
And slow down for these bits, because you never know.
Take your time. There's not a rush. You don't get a certificate at the end if you finish fast.
Well said. There's our old mate Ryan, punched out 40 k's this morning in under 2 hours. Yep, he's on a mission, isn't he?
Dude's amazing. I cannot believe he's done the Oodnadatta Track on a bike. But more than that, the dude's ridden from Sydney, Canberra, Melbourne, Adelaide, and is on his way to Darwin.
Via Uluru.
Via Uluru.
What a champion.
What a champion. Second gear, first
Yep,
gear.
second gear and go, like accelerate. Yep, that's it. Yep, accelerate. Okay. Yep.
Left.
Yeah, go all the way to the left, I reckon. Right over, right over. Yep, straighten, 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 straighten. Right, right, go, go.
Shit, shit, shit.
Oh, the van's all going to be all dirty. Not too bad on this one. Wow, that's your first water crossing.
With the van on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have gone through the middle.
I know
chicken.
you would have. But that's the only water we've come across on the Oodnadatta Track.
And on the road, yeah.
On the road.
Because we come across water, just not on the
Yeah,
road.
but not that we've had to...
Yeah. And it took us 400 k's to get it.
Good stuff.
7 k's to go.
Good stuff.
All right. 4 k's out. Oodnadatta, almost done.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Good. A little bit sad.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's been fun.
You sounded like you pooped yourself in the water crossing there a little bit.
Oh, a little bit.
A little bit.
You know. Hey. We didn't get stuck.
We didn't get stuck, no?
No.
We didn't need to call Uncle Tom for help.
No, we didn't. We didn't need the max tracks.
No.
The treads, sorry.
I was going to say lucky we didn't have
Sorry.
max tracks.
We didn't have max tracks, we've got treads. We didn't need the treads.
Yeah.
And we are almost at the Pink Roadhouse.
Yeah.
So,
But Oodnadatta. 3 k's to go.
almost done and dusted. Here we go there, Dal.
It's good mate Graham and
Steph and Harley.
Stephen Harley and good mate Ryan, the crazy cyclist from the US.
Oh,
He's
made it all the way to the Pink Roadhouse. What a legend. At the old Oodnadatta train station. It's pretty impressive considering it's still standing. And it's hard to imagine this whole way we've been basically crisscrossing the old Garn Railway as we're driving along the Oodnadatta Track. The Oodnadatta Track kind of snakes along and you see the old Garn Railway and what's left of it on either side as we go. Pretty impressive, and what a great place to finish off our Oodnadatta adventure than at the old Oodnadatta train station. And just like that, our little Oodnadatta Track adventure has come to an end. We have made our way back from Oodnadatta down Kempy Road into Coobapedy. It has been pointed out to us that there is a very small section of the track that we have not completed yet. So maybe one day we'll have to come back and we'll have to do from Marree into Oodnadatta just so we can say we've actually done every single last inch of it. But I think that what we've done has been absolutely fantastic. It's been a great adventure. I had a great time. Charlotte, what did you think?
I liked it. I liked swimming in the river, and I liked seeing the Pink Roadhouse.
Yeah, it was pretty good. What about you, Dale?
Oh, just the ever-changing landscape. You know,
yeah.
1 minute it's nothing, the next minute it's more nothing.
It is. It is true, but it's different nothing.
It's different.
It's not the same.
Different
nothing.
coloured nothing.
It's always. It is absolutely stunning out there, and I do feel like it's one of those things you can't really explain. Even watching it in a video, I don't think you fully appreciate it until you actually get out there and see it for yourself. So if you are thinking about doing it, 100%, it is well worth the effort to get out there and do the Oodnadatta Track. Loved it. We had a great time.
Can't wait to do it again.
There you go. Well, thanks for spending a little bit of time here with us at our place. I know today's video is a bit longer, but you know, how do you cut down 4 days of amazing adventure into what's probably going to be a 40-minute video, but whatever. We had an absolute blast and we loved it, and we're grateful that we have this memory, and hope that you guys have enjoyed coming along on the ride with us. So until next time, take care, and we'll catch you soon. Bye.
Bye.